On this meander, a little short video where we find ourselves at St. Andrew's Cemetery, or graveyard as it has been previously known. And this monument of interest is the site of the original St. Andrew's Church, which was erected in 1742. So before the graveyard, the St. Andrew's Church was established on this site. But in 1765, the graveyard was granted a royal charter by King George III. At the time, Ben Franklin's son William was governor of New Jersey. And we're going to show some highlights, brief highlights of the cemetery, have a little quick meander because we're planning a larger video as well, because this is also the site of a battle that took place in December of 1776, December 21 to 23, the Battle of Iron Hill. Iron Hill works. So on this property, we're going to show a little quick on this video, is also a memorial to the battle which took place. So we're going to walk on over and check out the interpretive sign and the memorial and show a little preview of what's to come in a fuller video. This cemetery, St. Andrew's Graveyard, is also the resting place for many, many Revolutionary War soldiers. And this is Major 2nd Regiment Joseph Budd, Esquire, as his headstone states. A lot of these have monuments and plaques, like it says here, Revolutionary Soldier, Major 2nd Regiment, Burlington County Militia, 1775 to 1783. Placed by Captain Molly Pitcher, Chapter, Daughters of American Revolution. So the DAR Society, Daughters of American Revolution, are very involved in placing these plaques way back when, or even currently on some of the more refurbished headstones. As you can see, there's a little plaque there for Revolutionary War. A lot of them have flags. And Major Budd is here with his family, the other Budds. Next up, we're going to check out the memorial to the Battle of Iron Hill. We just walked down from the graveyard to the more front area of the property. And here's the American flag raised high and a bit of a memorial. Here on December 23rd, 1776, was fought the Battle of Ironworks Hill. This diversionary tactic aided Washington to capture Trenton. This memorial erected by the congregation of St. Andrew's Church in memory of the Reverend Canon Herbert R. Denton, priest, historian, rector, 1950 to 1976. So it's honoring this priest and historian, Reverend Denton, and also to make note of the Battle of Iron Hill, of which we're going to walk over down at the end and check that out. We're here inside the memorial palisade that was built and constructed as part of this interpretive area about the Battle of Ironworks Hill. And if you'd like to pause and read what is said here, this details the map and the areas of the battle in 1776. It mentions the mount, which we've been and recorded a video at, but I think they're also referring to the mount up here where there was a cannon, because in the end, what they did was prevent Colonel Von Dunlap from reinforcing the garrison at Trenton, which aided General George Washington's victory there on December 26th. The battle here took place on the afternoon of December 23rd, 1776, where Colonel Samuel Griffin rallied here on the Ironworks Hill. The day's fighting started at Petticoat Bridge, which is not too far from here. And there's another site regarding Revolutionary War, which we will film at. And they went along and were able to prevent Von Donop from reinforcing his garrison. So there's another interpretive sign over there, which we're going to catch. Now we have this interpretive sign. It says the British Army occupies Mount Holly, which is the town that we're in, and we're along busy pine trees. You might be able to hear some cars in the background. What's of interest here is not only does it tell you what took place in 1730 of an ironworks, which is why it's called Ironworks Hill, that was on the south bank of the Rancocas, which is not too far from here, that they built an ironwork. And the original church, which I noted earlier in this video, was built in 1742, just beyond the tree line over there. And at the time, the Revolutionary War, those employed by ironworks were exempt from military service because they were producing cannonballs and other armaments for the Continental Army. Now, over here is a map. It was made by Major John Andre in June of 1778. And that name may ring a bell to you if you've ever seen the series Turn, which deals with the Revolutionary War and Washington's spies and stuff like that. Major John Andre was a character that was depicted in there because he was later involved with the treasonous plot by Benedict Arnold that costed him his life in October of 1780. Now, Major Andre was down in Staten Island at historic Richmond Town, and I believe that's where he was captured and hung. I may be wrong, but he was at least captured there. Now, during the British retreat from Philadelphia in 1778, upwards of 17,000 soldiers were encamped within the township on June 20th to 21st. Now, that's also the Mount. There's interpretive signage. If you go back and see our video about the Mount here in Mount Holly, which also concerned the Jersey Devil, but that's a whole other story, that they encamped there. And in retaliation for their service to the American cause, the British destroyed the ironworks before departing for Black Horse, modern-day Columbus, on June 22nd, and it was not rebuilt. Now, regarding Black Horse, Columbus, which is a town that I work in, there is a tavern that has been there since this time, and it's due for renovation. It's been on hiatus, but I'll get, not for this video, but for another, I'll get some video of the Black Horse Tavern. And we've come outside onto Pine Street to show you the last bit of this video is this historical marker for the Battle of Ironworks Hill, December 23rd, 1776, a decisive skirmish in the Revolutionary War. Colonel Sam Griffin's troops were entrenched at this site. They decoyed Count Kurt von Dunop's Hessian soldiers away from Bordentown, thus reducing the enemy forces defending Trenton and assuring victory by General George Washington's troops after the historic crossing of the Delaware River on Christmas night, 1776. Colonel Thomas Reynolds, Chapter, DAR, Daughter of the American Revolution,